Oh, g'day guys, how are you? Welcome back to the channel. It's Friday and this is the Friday show and tell. So today we've got the Primus 41 stove, so we're going to check that out. Just a wee view behind us here. It's Port Charles. This is the Otago Harbour. This is the working port. Quite a beautiful location really. This is the Lady Thorn Dell. So we'll just pop down into the bench and check this out, eh? Crank that around and see what it's doing. Yes, g'day guys, and like I was saying before, welcome back to the channel. Sorry the videos have been a bit slack lately. I've actually been quite unwell, but I'm back on the mend now, so I look forward to making some more videos for you. So today we've got the Primus 41 stove, but like I was saying, so this is the second stove of this model that I own. I already have this one here, which is also a Primus 41 stove. So these are sort of from around the 1950s era. We'll have a look later on about how you can date a Primus stove. So first of all, we'll just open this up and have a look. Yes, as far as the outside of the case goes, I'm probably going to give it a bit of a clean up. I've got some simple green cleaner there. I'll give it a bit of a clean on the outside. Try and polish up this bit of metal which says Primus on it. We'll try and clean that up a bit. And yeah, that's as far as the outside of the case. So these originally were designed to go on a motorbike or a push bike. They have these wee strap holders here to put a strap, so you could tie it to handlebars or your push bike. There's two different models with the Primus 41. There's the Roarer burner and there's the silent burner. Both of these are actually the Roarer burner. I don't own a silent burner, but I've heard they're a very good stove. Both of these run on kerosene. So we'll have a look. We'll open this up and have a look. So they've got a unique kind of handle that you sort of spin around like this to open it up. And there we go. So great looking stove, as you can see. So this piece here just swings over, the pot stand swings over. This came with a wee Primus bottle, which is to put your methylated spirits in for priming. So this is the wee Primus priming fluid bottle, so you put your methylated spirits or denatured alcohol in here and use that to prime this stove. So have a look at the stove. So this just lifts out. So you can see it's a great looking stove. It's got a great big brass tank, kind of like a torpedo. It's pretty neat, and it's got the wee the valve key here, so that just fits in there like that, and it's got a wee screw thread that screws into it. So we just put that in there, screw that in there, and that's how it sort of sits like that. And then it's got these wonderful little kind of clips that clip into the side of the case there, and it just sits like that. So when I got this stove, it was leaking all its fuel. It actually had old kerosene in it, so I've cleaned out the old kerosene, but we need to address the fuel cap, because the seal on the fuel cap is the original one's gone. I'll unscrew this and I'll show you. The original seal's gone, and the person I got it off replaced it with a flat washer there. So flat washer won't really work with this type of fuel cap. So it needs to be a full round washer. So I've got a wee solution for that. So the other stove I have here had the same problem. I'll just show you. So this is the original Primus 41 stove I owned. Just show you that. So this is this had the same problem with not holding pressure, which was caused by the fuel cap not having a proper seal. So I hunted around home and I found an old a bottle of cleaning fluid that had a seal in it. So I stole the seal out of that and cut it down to fit this. Now it works really well, pressurizes really well, and it's a good stove, this one. So this one here also came with a Primus priming bottle, and came with another wee extra thing, which was the wee spanner here, which has got written Primus on it as well. So it's the original spanner to this. So yeah, I'm pretty blessed to have these stoves. Yeah, so I've got this old cap that's come off some household cleaning supplies that I've had around home. And it's got a seal inside there, which is the same as basically the one. This other stove I have here, I've been running for probably over a year with that seal, so it's worked fine. So I'm going to do the same to this stove here. So we'll take off the wee brass fuel cap here, and we'll get rid of the seal the guy had in there, which wasn't working, the flat washer. So it's just leaking things everywhere. I've just got a wee pricker here. I'll get that out here to try and pull these things out. So we'll get rid of that flat washer there, take that out, and so we'll use this to get this wee seal out of here. Just about got it there. So I've got that seal out of there. So what I'll do is I'll just use this felt pen here and put a bit of pen around the edge of the felt pen, and then I'll push it down on the seal, and that will give us the size for fitting, because I've got to cut this seal down, so it'll give us a size to cut it down to. So I'll just put a bit of felt pen on there, just around the edge there. Better to use something that's not a permanent marker. Hopefully this will work. It's got a bit of kerosene on this, so it's probably struggling a bit. Anyway, the idea is to try and get the inside size of that so we can cut it down to fit. So I might even just give it a wee tap there too to try and mark it, so we can work out what size we're cutting down to there. Got a bit of a mark there. I have to put my glasses on because the eyesight's getting bad with old age, so you can see what we've got there. So I don't know if you can see that there. I've got a wee round mark on there now, so I know what size to cut this down to. So we'll just cut that down. Yes, I'm just about finished cutting this just down to the right size there. Yes, so some of these I believe originally they had a piece of cork in them as the steel. You could probably find a piece of cork if you couldn't find this. I'm just using something that I've found around home, which is you can probably buy offline the proper seals for this as well, but I'm just using what I've got. I mean, like I say, I've had this one for well over a year now on there, and it's worked fine. So I'll just pop that in there. Clicks into place in there. I'll just use this bricker to push it in a bit around the corners. There we go, that's all pushed in there now. So I've got that seal in there. I'll just pop it back on the tank here, and we'll put a few pumps into the tank and see that we're actually building up pressure and holding pressure in there. So the seating the lid down in there is going to help seat that steel in there anyway. So that's all sealed up in there, so we'll give it a few pumps here and see if we can see if it's holding pressure or not. Make sure your valve is off properly. About maybe 20 or 30 pumps and you should start feeling it, the pressure holding up on it. Feel it now, it's sort of backing up. So if I just undo that cap, we should hear the sound of the air coming out. I don't know if you heard that, that was the sound of the air, so it's holding pressure properly. So now we've got a fully functioning tank that's holding its pressure. The pump works fine on this as well. I actually put some oil on the pump the other day, so it's all good to go on as far as that's concerned. So now we'll just have a look at the case and we'll clean the case up. Okay, so we'll have a look at this case now. So we've dealt with the tank. I'm happy with that, it's holding pressure. It should run fine. I may look at this wee frame around the burner here. Someone's wired it on, it's a wee bit bent, so we might try and straighten that out shortly. But first we'll just have a look at the outside of this tin, see if we can clean it up and just make it a bit more nicer. I don't want to make it new, it's not a new stove. I just want to tidy it up, maybe make the Primus piece with the steel piece of the Primus, we might shine that up. I've got some 4-0 steel wool here, so might get that a wee clean up, make it a bit shiny. We've got some simple green cleaner here just to clean up some of the mess off the outside. So we'll just start with a bit of the simple green there and give it a bit of a clean up. So we're not trying to make it new. I quite like the patina of these stoves. So definitely not trying to make it new. You could polish the tank up if you wanted to. I'm kind of in two minds whether I do it or not. I do have some Brasso there. We could clean it up with some Brasso and make it nice and shiny. But I do like this is my original one here. I do like the patina on that. I believe this one here is actually, maybe someone has done that at some stage. It seems to be a bit more shiny. Maybe it hasn't had as much wear. But we'll just clean this this case up. So the old simple green's not too bad for cleaning that up. Try and get into some of the bits and pieces. So it's been a reasonably well used stove, this. Possibly just been sitting around in someone's shed for a few years as well. So a bit of a clean out won't hurt it. So that's the top side. We'll do the underside here too. Of course, like I was saying, it's never going to look new. We don't want it to look new. We like the patina. Just want to clean it up a wee bit, just so it looks a bit nicer. I think this one's probably got a bit more wear on the case than my original one is a lot tidier, the case. I'm not too sure if these were used in the military. I need to do some research. Maybe one of you can tell me. But they've got a very military look to them with the sort of green matte finish paint that they have on them. So I'll just give that a bit of a quick wee zhuzh up. Try and get into some of the wee small spaces around the handle here. So that's probably pretty much it as far as cleaning it up. I mean, I have seen people totally strip these down and repaint them, but like I was saying, I don't really want to do that. So now I'll just flick this handle around here and we'll try and actually I'll just open that. We'll flick that handle around and try and clean this Primus label here on the front there. I might just use a bit of simple green on the 4-0 steel wool.
There you go, guys. I'm happy with that. I could make it more shiny. I just really wanted to take the rust kind of marks off the Primus sign so it stands out. So you can see it sort of stands out there now. So I'm happy with that. I could go a bit further, but I'm reasonably happy with that. So what we'll do next is we'll put this together and we'll get some fuel in it and we'll fire it up and see how well it works, eh? Yeah, so we just got these both primed up now, ready to go. So I'm going to prime them up and we'll see how both of them go, eh? We'll just drop those pot stands down on them, turn this guy around here so you can see it. Yeah, so these stoves come with a wee windbreak as well, so we'll just get them out. It's just in the lid here, this wee metal piece here just clicks into the side of the pot stand there. We'll get that on there like that. So this is the new one here, guys, and this is my original one here. Okay, so we've got them both fired up here, as you can see. So these are quite powerful stoves, these. You can actually pressurise these tanks quite a bit and get quite a lot of heat out. They're very hot, being kerosene stoves. So we're just going to, this is the original, well this is the new one here. This is the original one I own. So this is a new one, so we're just going to put a cup of tea on there, see how well it boils. So the jug's boiling and there we go. Stove off here. There we go. Pour a cup of tea. Okay guys, that was the Primus 41 stove. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Friday show. These are a great wee stove, so if you get a chance to find one, grab it. They're great. I wouldn't mind finding one myself with a silent burner, but I'll keep an eye out for one of those.
One last thing I was going to tell you about was how to date your stove, the Primus stoves. So the best way to date your Primus stove is to maybe get some lovely flowers and a box of chocolates. I'm sure they'll really appreciate it. But if you actually want to know what year your stove was made, they all have a series of letters and numbers on them. Just below the pump on this particular model, it says AT, which stands for 1954, and the 4th month, which is April. So you can actually get on the internet and Google it. You'll find it on, I believe it's classiccampstoves.com. Here's the chart with all the numbers and the letters to work out what year your stove was made. Yeah, so that's pretty much the end of the Friday show for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. Cheers for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks.